Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is March 31st, last day of the month, and also a Friday. 9:30 right now, and SPY is up 0.3% after PCE or inflation data just came out. Slightly better than expected. If we go over to the economic calendar from investing.com. I'm getting a bunch of OPEC news, but we don't need that. At 8:30, we had PCE coming in at 0.3% for core PCE month over month versus 0.4% expected. And then the year-over-year reading came in slightly better at 4.6% versus 4.7% expected. And then for year-on-year regular PCE, this came in at 5.0 versus 5.1%. And finally, the month over month for regular PCE came in lower at 0.3% versus 0.5% expected. So all the inflation measures are looking good today. SPY is trading at 405, which is right at the risk range for the week. I'd say, considering that we had this sort of melt up from 397 to 405 the last couple of days, and we're up from 394. My guess is that we're probably going to trade flat today with that 405 risk range kind of being the pinpoint that we're going to end. So I think an iron condor and iron butterfly would probably be our best fit for today at that 405 level. Maybe we could go one higher at 406. All right, let's see what's popping. Looks like a couple of the stocks that I own are doing okay. Fulgent, Tesla are going up. Tesla might reach the 200 level today with this inflation report. Wouldn't be too surprising. So I might even take a Tesla zero data expiration. Let's see. For the 200, you're paying 117 to make 137. That's a pretty good payout. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of resistance at that 200 price level, since we've yet to crack it. But if there is some buying pressure today, I could see that be in our case. They're going for 115 each, or 114. And I'm going to pay for 3 of them. All right. In on those. New options alert. This will be a day trade. Just opened a new Tesla call debit spread expiring 3/31 at $1.15. And then for SPY, I think we're going to hit that 406 level is my guess, and probably stick around that. Either that or we're just going to have a melt up with the inflation report coming out better than expected. And if we stay above 50 RSI, it's just going to keep perpetually going up this morning. Let's see. IWM is up 0.8%. So IWM is the leader. So we're feeling risk on today with that inflation report being better than expected. Bonds are going up too, interesting enough. TLT, at least, the 20-year Treasury bond ETF Wouldn't really expect that, but the 10-year treasury rate is down today, making a new low for the last couple of trading days. 1, 2, 3 trading days. And it's seeming to go bearish on the hourly chart. So we might end up having the yield slip again. People might be positioning into bonds right now, which would tell me that we're actually risk on, but IWM is telling us that we're risk off. So that's kind of conflicting. But let's see what the rest of the market. Dixie is up, the dollar index. Slightly 0.1%, but looking like it's headed down after the inflation report. QQQ is up only 0.3% today. So that one seems to be the lagger. The Dow is kind of in the middle at 0.45% and SPY is at 0.4%. All right. Let's check in on Tesla at 198 still. So we're getting real close to that 200 mark. Just $2 away. It's up 1.5% already this morning. Took a QQQ 319 put that expires on March 4th. I'm not sure if that's the wrong move. I think that you could get a decent sell-off after the couple of gaps up that we've seen for the past couple of days. Let's see if we got another gap. I don't think we got another gap up. Actually, yeah, we did. Third gap up in a row. It's what it's looking like. The high of yesterday was 404.35 and our open was 404.60. Let's see. 404.35 and our low this morning was 404.55. So another gap up this morning. So that's 3 in a row. So definitely a lot of buying pressure. It's very reminiscent of, let's see. There was a day where we had like 4 gap ups in a row. I forget when it was. Maybe it was after the Russia invasion. Because I'm not seeing it on this chart. Maybe it was this one right here. So we had 3 gap ups in a row. Pushing those highs up to $410, $412 at the top. And then looks like on the 13th, it ended up finally gapping down. So it could be very similar to that. Definitely feeling a gamma squeeze going on right now. There's probably a lot of call buying action with the markets just perpetually going up and some bears capitulating with Michael Burry saying that he was wrong to say sell. But I think eventually we're going to have to fill in these gaps, and that would lead us all the way down to 396. Good morning, Irfan. All right. The VIX is at 1886, so that one's down again today. Let's see. At the lows for yesterday. So I think this one's probably going to keep on selling off for today, for sure. Could probably do a call credit spread on the VIX. Or VIXy. Let's see. It's currently at 461. I think you only have 50-cent strike prices here, so I don't know if we could do a call credit spread for it, but let me check. That Tesla call debit spread's up right now. It's at trading at 199 now. So that's up by 45. But looking at a UVXY call debit spread, or call credit spread, let's see how much that goes for. Yeah, it's not paying much at all. The $5 or $5.50 call credit spread only pays 1 penny. So, not worth it there. And then next week's expiration, you only get 5 cents for 50-cent credit, or 50-cent collateral. We could assume that UVXY will keep going down to 450. It hasn't reached that price level yet. But if we do end up cracking that low, we might end up getting there with the low at 457. Let's see if it hits it today. I don't know if it would, but if it hits it today, you're paying, Jesus Christ, 40 cents for that option for a 50-cent spread. So you only get $10 of profit if UVXY falls another 10 cents, 11 cents. If you set the expiration date to next week, you're paying the same amount, basically 38 cents. So yeah, not really worth it there. But let's check in on the Tesla, currently at 198.75. So we're getting real close to that 200 level, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we end up breaking it today. And SPY is trading at 405.50. Definitely above 50 on the RSI, so looking bullish to start the day. First 10 minutes at least. MACD is definitely creating a gap to the upside with the blue line. But it does seem to be slowing down a tad, at least for the moment. And then IWM is just ripping everybody's face off right now. New 2-day high. And if you're going to take a bullish trade, I think that IWM would probably be the better of the few indices. If we do go risk on, you're looking at SPY basically hitting a new monthly high, QQQ hitting a new monthly high, but IWM on the other hand is not even at its midpoint for the past month. It started at 192, it went down to 167. So it's not up nearly as much as the other indices. So this one would probably be the better of the few picks to take a bullish trade over the next few weeks, I would say. Let's see, if you set the expiration date for the 21st of April, let's assume that it could go to 180. You pay $47 for that. That's kind of expensive for a $3 move. But I guess with that much time, that does help. Let's see, 182 maybe. You're paying. Oh, that's not the right. There we go. You're paying 36 cents for 182. I feel like that's not really worth it. The other thing you could do is just find a regular call with a 180 break even, but for that you're paying 500 for it. So, a bit too much for my taste. Go off the beaten track. A market guru says buy the growth names. Really, because the growth names are so beaten up right now that they're at all-time highs, basically. Nvidia is trading at 273 versus a high at 282. They're so beaten down that they're at all-time highs. Tesla's actually still down pretty significantly from 384. So that one you could say is beaten down. But if you look at the other names like Apple, this one's like $16 off its all-time high, like 10%. I would say the best positioning right now, though, would probably be in healthcare, staples. So that would be, let's see. I think that Thermo would be a good pick. Although it is sort of techy for a healthcare company. What else, though? UNH was a good one that we found yesterday. So this is United Health Group. And then your staples, like Kroger. This one's pretty beaten down from 62 to 49. So if you want actual beaten down stocks, I think that Staples would probably be your better pick. What's my price target I'm looking for Tesla today? Just that 200 mark is what I'm hoping for. It's at 199 right now, so it's only $1 off the mark I'm watching. Let's see. And it's definitely looking bullish on the 5-minute chart. 81 for the RSI, so it's overbought, but overbought, oversold doesn't usually mean too much. That trade is currently up by 51. I paid a total of 300, so it's a 15% return so far. And QQQ seems to be catching up to SPY right now. Let's see, for the other names, Apple is up 0.3%. Microsoft is down, actually, 0.06%. And then NVIDIA almost making a new high again at 275. I think if NVIDIA continues that move, I would say Tesla would probably feel the same. It would do the same. Two hyper growth companies. Or at least that's what the sentiment is. NVIDIA is not really too much of a growth company now, considering the waning demand that we're seeing for the chip industry. But people will still buy it up thinking that it's a growth story anyway. Because artificial intelligence. But yeah, just hit that new high at 275.20. So watch out for the Qs. They might start gaining some ground now. Kind of tempted to do a put credit spread for the Qs as well. Let's see. Maybe we don't come back to where we were for close yesterday, which was about 316. QQQ. Expiring today. If we assume it's going to stay above 316, we get paid just 20-cent credit. Kind of a small credit for $1.25 from the strike price. But QQQ is within its range that it was expected for the week, whereas SPY isn't. So that's interesting. So maybe we could see 318 sometime by the end of the day, but I don't know if I would want both a call debit spread for Tesla and QQQ at the same time. All right, those debit spreads on Tesla are up 20% now. $60 profit. Getting real close to the 200 mark. Kind of worried that we won't hit it just because that, selling pressure could build up with that price level. But let me see. Where is my Tesla? Oh, Tesla. Yeah, up 60 right now. I'm going to do my dollar cost averaging for today since it is the end of the week. Okay. 100. Actually, buy 200 of this. 6.5 shares for Fulgent. Get my way up to 200. And then another $200 worth of QQQX, the cover call ETF. That one ought to be doing pretty well right now too. QQQX, with QQQ up so much over the past month. This one's almost at the highs. Currently at 23.69. And I've got almost 100 shares worth of it. Let's see. Tesla. Back to the Tesla. 199.15. So close yet so far. All right. Activity, all positions. Buy more. Yeah, I have $2,300 of QQQX now. $200 worth. Whoops. Okay. So, buy alert. just bought 200 of Fulgent and QQQX each. I think once I reach the 200 shares for Fulgent, I'm going to switch over to dollar cost averaging into Thermo Fisher, get some exposure to other healthcares. Right now I'm at 181. Average cost is still pretty high at 44. But I'm going to start selling cover calls on 100 shares of it once I get to 200. Oh, Micron is actually taking a dip today, 3.5%. Interesting. Okay. So Micron is actually down with Nvidia making that new high, and this trade is up currently $102. Could be worth taking profits for, since it is trading against the rest of the market. All right, we're at 199.15, so we ended up pulling back from 199.46 for the high on Tesla. Let's see. Good morning, Steph. Tesla installs automation equipment and expands IT center at the Fremont factory, documents show. Let's see if there's always news on Tesla. Tesla recalls some semi-trucks. Ford slams a brake on self-driving team. TikTok founder meets Walmart chief privately. There's always some news going on in Tesla, it seems like, every day. I think they have their quarterly report, their delivery report coming out probably over the weekend, maybe on Monday. Well, they'll show how many deliveries they've made worldwide. That'll definitely be a catalyst for one direction or the other, and partly the reason why I chose today's expiration and not next week's. All right, these are going for 130 now. Up from 115 when I bought them, and it looks like Tesla might be turning around here. Let's check out the indices. IWM is pulling back definitely. QQQ at 317, down from 317.67. And then SPY at 405.50. Still looking bearish for the RSI, but a pullback could happen with that risk range at 405. Surprised the bid-ask spread is so wide for Tesla. Given that it's traded so much, there's a bid-ask spread of 7 cents here. I think I'm going to go close out of that Q or MU trade, the Micron trade. It's up by 105 right now. And again, the rest of the market's going up, so it wouldn't be too shocking to see Micron recovering with the rest of the market going up. I've got 3 of them that I bought at 125. They're going for 160. Let's see. So I'll be out at I'll try 155. The bid ask is kind of wide on it, 153 and 164, so I'll go slightly above the bid. Yeah, got filled there at 155. So about 90 profit for that, and then holding that Tesla trade right now. Closing options alert. Premium just took profits on the Micron put debit spread expiring 4 April, May 19th. May 19th at 465 over 155. And the strike prices were 55.60. Okay. Trying to find it in my history. Put debit. Originally opened 3 at 125. Okay. So that's 30 times 3, 90 profit. And now we focus on our Tesla. All right, these are up 75 now. It's trying to push the highs, but having a little bit of struggle getting there. Yeah, Micron, I think with the rest of the market pushing up, I feel like holding that Micron bearish trade is a little bit too risky. But yeah, they definitely saw the drop this morning. Let's see. After China says it will review the chip sales in the key market. So I guess China regulators are launching a review of the company's products right now for Micron. So that's why you're seeing the sell-off versus the other chip makers, NVIDIA, mostly at the new highs of 0.3% today. Tesla seems to be curling down. There seems to be a lot of sell pressure around 199.30 or so. So let's see if we break that. If we don't, might end up having to head out of this trade a little early. Yeah, every time we get close to it, it seems to want to sell off. Kind of wish I had bought 4 of these instead of 3, but that's all right. All right. We're pushing the resistance now. We'll see if we break through or not here. Hopefully. There we go. That looks like we might break. These are up 90 now. So 30 cents each from when I bought them. There we go. Just broke the new top. Let's check out NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is part of the reason as to why I wanted to open this. And that one's not holding the highs, but Tesla is. And then looking at QQQ, that one's holding the highs, but not going higher. And these are up 120 so far. So I think I might just take profits when it gets around 200. It's about 30 cents off of it right now. Not fully confident that it's going to break that 200 mark. Unless the rest of the market can push up with it. All right, they're going for 150, 151. And this is a 250 spread. Let's see. 250. I want to capture probably 60 or 70%. So 60% of it is 150. So that one we've already reached. 70% would be 175. a piece. It seems to be pulling right on back from that high too. All right, I think I'll just place the order for 150 to get out of this trade. And it's in. 150 a piece. Closing options alert. Premium. Just took profits on the Tesla 197.5, 200. Call debit spread. Expiring today, the 31st at 1.5. Okay. Opened 3 at 115. 3 times 35 would be 105 profit. All right, and then maybe we can make one more trade for the day. Kind of feeling like an Iron Condor might be our best fit for SPY this morning. But definitely looking bullish with 62 on the RSI. Let's see what else we might manage. Dixie is going down the dollar index. So that's probably going to keep pushing QQQ up, but that is pulling back right now at 317. Maybe we could do an Iron Condor for QQQ instead of SPY. Let's see, 319 would be a decent resistance. 318, 319. QQQ. You get paid, let's see, 27 cents just for the calls on 318. Assuming it's going to be below 318. And then you add in some puts. Maybe we could say it'll stay above that 314 price level. And that's going to pay us another, let's see. $0.08 for a total of 38. Not too shabby. If I go one lower to 313 for the put, I get paid 34 cents. It's not much of a difference. But it is only an extra 4 cents for what you're getting. Let's see. Maybe IWM would be a better fit since it is up 1.1% for a call credit spread. But I think you'll probably get paid less. Let's see. IWM. Wow, the credit kind of sucks. If you assume it's going to stay below 178, you're only getting paid 16 cents or 18 cents for it. Not worth it at all. All right, well, not spotting any new opportunities for the market right now. It's 10:15. We still got another 15 minutes though. Thoughts on SPY for next week's 4-5 expiration? Look for Google. Let's see. Next week's 4-5 expiration. Let's see. Price levels that I've got right now are 399, 395.75 for the downside, and then for the upside we have that 406 price level. I'll need to do another price analysis on Sunday. My guess, though, is that we would probably see some downside after the 3 gap ups that we saw this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and today, Friday. So I think we could definitely fill the gap down to 402 for sure. And then 398, maybe 396 would be testing it. And then for Google is up 1.2%. This one's really kind of lagging behind the rest of the growth names. So, I mean, if you want to pile into growth, this would be a better opportunity. And I think that their price to earnings ratio compared to the other names is actually pretty reasonable, if I remember correctly. People are saying that AI is posing a threat to Google's search revenue. I mean, you still have YouTube and can't really replace YouTube with much of anything. All right, so QQQ is trading at 317. I think we could go to 318, and right now you're paying 32 cents for a 318, 319 call debit spread. Kind of want to take the inverse though. Call credit spread assuming under 318, but still looking bullish. So I'd probably wait on that. Wait till we pull back to like 50 RSI. The ES SPX is trading at 4,100. So if that continues, we could see SPY at 410 pretty soon. There does seem to be a decent gap, though. Let's see if I can get paid decent for a SPY call credit spread instead of that QQQ called credit spread. We're getting close to 406 already. We ended up getting rejected by it here. It was like an immediate sell-off once we hit that. And right now that trade's paying 34-cent credit to assume it'll stay below 406. All right. Looking to open 6 at 32, maybe 33. We might actually get a decent credit for this. But obviously we're betting against the trend, so hence why you're getting the good credit. What else is going on? With IWM breaking the new high, that's what's worrying me about this SPY call credit spread. If IWM keeps pushing, that's going to push everything else up. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of buying at 406 for right now. Alright, I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it. 32 cents for 6 of them. There we are. Oh, did not mean to lock the phone. There we go. New options alert. This will be a day trade. Just opened a new SPY call credit spread expiring today. 31st at 32 each. I probably could have got 34 if I had picked a different time to open it, but that's okay. And I'm assuming it's going to stay below 406. I'll probably head out of this trade once we crack these lows, definitely, and maybe if we come back down to the 405 risk range. So I'll create an alert there. At or below 405. And there seems to be some resistance at about 405.75. So if we break that, we might end up going back up. So at or above 405.75, or hopefully at or below 405. And hopefully we don't burn too much time here between 405.40 and 405.75. Hopefully we can get out of it pretty quick. Got a question that's freaking you out. What about if a debit spread is worth 0? Then it's just max loss. The options are out of the money. There's nothing you can really do about it. If it's trading at 0, then the odds of the option going back in the money and getting assigned for the options is very low. So you don't really have to worry about that. How do you get approved for level 2 options trading for Robin? I think it's just after you apply for regular options trading. You should get level 2. Level 3 options trading, you have to have a margin account. All right, looks like we just went above that 405.75 mark. So I will get out of that before I get wrecked. 0.39. I might be able to get out a little bit cheaper. 37. Nope. All right, I'll go back to my original offer of 39. But yeah, it looks like IWM is the leader, breaking that new high. So that's what ended up SPY going to 406 right now. All right, last offer. I'll give you a 40. Jeez, they are ruthless. There we go. Got out at 40 apiece. Closing options alert. Premium members. Just cut losses for the SPY call credit spread expiring today. 40. 406, 407. And I had originally opened those at 32. Let's see. 240, 192. For 48 loss. All right. And then it pulled back from that 406 level. But my worry is with IWM pushing that new high. Wouldn't want to keep any bearish positions for today's expiration. The VIX is still headed lower at 1880. So a little bit of a pump. but still at 18, so very, very, very cheap. Dollar index is actually recovering a little bit, not much. Where do I think Qs could be by end of the week? Got the 314, 306 price levels. Let's look at the daily chart. I'm sure there's some gaps here in the chart. If we pull back, I would say 310 would be a decent expectation. If we keep this pushing, the top price level that I have right now is 322. So probably somewhere in that range, 310 to 320. Yeah, it's just going to expire worthless Chinese vids. You won't have to buy or sell anything. Alright, I think that's all the trades that I got for y'all today. Let's check. Yeah. So SPY's at 406 again. Tesla's at 199.91. So almost at that 200 level. It actually did end up hitting the 200. Might end up breaking it. But looking at the indices, SPY's testing that 406 level again. Q's is at 317.50 to end the week. And then IWM leading the way again. Up 1.4% at 177.62. All right. So hopefully y'all had a good trading week. And I will catch y'all next Monday. Thanks, bro. What's the name of the chart? The little chart I laid on the chart. Oh, you might be talking about the little rectangle, maybe. Let's see for QQQ. So I just drew a rectangle where it's expected to be. So that's the expected range for this week. So we might end up breaking the expected range, going above like 318 today. If it trades anything like SPY did this week, that would be the case. So that would be a decent bullish trade for today. Assuming above 318, maybe 319. But that's all the trades I got for y'all, and I will catch y'all on Monday. Is it okay if the expiration date is Monday? Yes, that would be fine. If the trade starts to go up in value and the strike prices get closer, then you'd want to close the option before expiration just in case it does land between the strike prices. That's what you have to worry about, not when it's either super far in the money or super far out of the money. If it's at the money, that's when you have to worry about it. But yeah, I'll catch y'all at Monday at 9:30. See you, everybody.